Well, for performance coaching came from the idea, I have a master's degree in sports psychology, and one of the ways that I wanted to do is to create a practice that will focus just on the issue of performance enhancement and being a mental coach. I feel that this is an area where people can learn a lot. I think as an athlete, what I learned is that there is this connection between the mind and the body, that it's not good enough to create the most amazing physical specimen of an athlete if they have a weak mind, and that the mind gets to be developed in very much the same way that you develop your physical body. So Foyle Performance Coaching was this platform that will allow me to really teach and talk to young people and athletes and people who wants to do better in any field they're in about the importance and powerful awesomeness of the mind, and how do you coordinate and compound that idea and the duality between the mind-body, right? The mind-body combination. So it's about really teaching people that they have so much power that they still haven't been able to unlock, and that being just a physical being is not necessarily all and the end all and be all of being an athlete. That somehow the duality between the mental mind and the physical body is what it takes to be a great athlete.
Talk a little bit about how important is being mentally strong with playing on the level like in the NBA?
Well, I think one of the most important skill that I learned very early is that when you're sick, I think that's when it manifests itself, better than anything else. I remember, they always talk about my dad. When I was an athlete, I got really sick one day, and my dad said, "Red alert," right? And I didn't understand what he meant at the time. And he was like, "Red alert." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And he's like, "The great thing about when you're sick is that it sharpens your focus, and that it makes you able to do things with more efficiency." And I've never thought of it that way. And Michael Jordan, later on in his career, talked about, being really, really sick and went out and played, is that you could allow your body to do this amazing thing even when you're not physically capable of doing it, right? So I learned very much from my personal experience and also from watching other people that, we do these things that we shouldn't be able to do, but because the mind is so amazing, if you can control and harness the power of the mind, you can do incredible things. And to have that and understand that in a day-to-day basis, and how you can unleash the power of the imagination, the power of really harnessing and bringing forth physical strength. If you can understand how vital the mind is to everything you do, I think you would do them at a higher level. And athletes are no different. To be a professional athlete, to be the best in your field, requires that you really married the idea and the duality between the physical body and the mental mind.